Hi, everyone. This is your Sifu right here. And welcome to another Tao Talk, and also previously known as the Samlo Awesome Taoism broadcast. So today, we're going to talk about some common things that people ask all the time, and also related to the current news of the coronavirus and all that stuff. So here we go. The topic is so what about if you believe in some kind of God, or you worship some kind of God, and if the God is helping, why will there be these kind of like virus and stuff going on? And like, why doesn't the God help us to deal with these things and just get rid of it and such like that? Why can't that help? Now, if God cannot help you, why do you pray to the God? Why do you worship these gods? Okay? So now this topic is not only about Taoism, it's about any kind of religion in this world. Because everyone believes in some kind of religion because they want the God of that religion to help them to achieve a better life, to have a better life, to avoid or to remove all the bad things from their life, right? That's what you want when you want to join a religion. Now, the thing is, if praying, worshiping, and all that stuff doesn't give you the power to get rid of this virus, God help, it doesn't do that, why the hell are you doing it? Okay? Why are you wasting your time on some some invisible stuff that you cannot even see? Why? Let's say if people come to me and ask me about our religion right here, which is Taoism, and to be exact, the Samlo Taoism, okay? So Samlo Tao. Now, if you ask me, okay, if I believe in your religion, your Tao, is there going to be any virus, or can we fix or cure the virus with the so-called Tao power, Taoist magic power? Can we do that? Can, for example, if someone someone has the virus and they sit beside me, okay? Will my God be able to help me block away all that virus, and so I'll be safe? Okay, so this kind of very, very sensitive question somehow, because a lot of people ask these, they're kind of expecting to get into a fight, okay? But I'm going to answer this thing very technically so that you can understand more about what religious power, the spiritual power, or you can say the God's power is about. It doesn't matter which religion, it's all about the same, okay? Now, how can the God help, no matter Taoism or other religion? How can they help if they want to help you, or if they have to help you, etc.? These spiritual power are very powerful, but they cannot change things that already happen. That means, you don't have the virus right now, someone come over, they contaminate you, and you're already contaminated. Now, when you're already contaminated, this power cannot help you remove it, okay? But what can this power do is even more powerful than removing that thing when it hits you. What it does is it will lead you to do all sort of things that get you prepared, and also help you to repel these things from you. For example, okay, there are lots of people in the city. Majority of the people are contaminated with that coronavirus. Wait a minute. it's the majority of the people, not everyone, okay? Why can't you be lucky enough to be in the non-majority, like in the minority, okay? So you're not going to get hit because you're not, just somehow it didn't hit you. Somehow. Why not? Okay, it could happen. Like, many people died in China from this thing. But also, many people didn't die and keep doing their vlog and stuff and posting it on YouTube. Why can't you be the one that is prepared and also safe and not contaminated? Why can't you be those people? Why do you have to be the one that is unlucky? Okay, you can step out and you get contaminated, that kind of stuff. Why do you have to be that one? Why can't you be the good one, like the one that is okay? Why can't you do that, right? With the God's power and guidance, you can see things ahead and be able to act, do things that put you in a state that you are super prepared and secured all the time. Okay, for example, okay? You know that there will, like, you don't know that there will be such a virus coming to the place you live. But somehow, the God power guided you. It just, the power just kicked in. It guided you to take a trip, to somewhere else that is free of this virus. You don't know why, but you decided, okay, let's just, do it. Let's just do it. So you decided to go away from this place, and then suddenly, after 2 months or so, you look at the news and you're like, oh my goodness, like, glad I'm not there, right? It reminds me of like those 911 issue, wow, many people died and many people didn't even go to work. Why did you not go to work that day? Well, obviously there is some kind of spiritual power helping you to get over the thing and not be the unlucky one, right? So with the spiritual power, the God's power, it's more like you are going to be guided to avoid the problem. And while the problem might still exist because it needs to exist, okay? So that's right. With the God power, you can actually prevent yourself picking up the virus, but it's not like how you think. It's not that like, oh, someone, with the virus sit beside you, I can repel it and I will be okay, like that's not it, okay? The kind of power that God and spiritual stuff has is all what we call the pre-heaven energies, okay? These things come in and you just feel and act. And it makes you act smart, okay? Make you do the right thing at the right time. That's very important. Now here's the thing. Some people think that they believe God, like they believe some sort of God, okay? Be it any religion. If you want to talk about the Chinese ones, okay? Like a lot of grannies, they go to the temple, they say, I believe in these things, I worship them, I burn incense, give offerings, okay? Are those people actually going to get any help at all? Well, I'm talking in this English show right now. Let's talk about something that most of you, like English speaker, can relate to. It's like you say, oh, I believe Jesus, okay? I believe Jesus, God, okay? So, you go to the church, you don't sign up or whatever. You just go there, join in, and, once a while. Is that going to help? Think about if the God is a human being, okay? You're like a stranger. You walk in, You like look around, stick around. That's it. If you are the God, like you'll be like, who the hell is this? Why is she always here like every week? But I don't know her. I don't know her. Okay? That's the problem. Just because you believe, it doesn't mean that there is actually going to be any help. It doesn't mean that the God cares about you. It's you. It's up to you to commit and show your God, your heart, right? So let's say, what's next? If I'm like, I want to show, what next? Well, you need to ordain. You need to like get in, right? Get into the family. So, for example, the Taoism, right here, you need to request for the ordain, become a Taiji, a disciple, and then now the God will be like, oh, okay, you're like this and this in the lineage. See? Now you became the who and who in a lineage. Some more attention goes to you. Congratulations. Now, here I want to talk about my own lineage situation. A lot of people ordain, but they stick in that like believer, outsider kind of state. They basically joined, but they don't really feel themselves as inside the lineage. And then some will believe that like, oh, I came in, I remember my heart spells and that I was taught that's supposed to give me the help. Hell no. Of course not, okay? It's like you just entered the family and you have remembered a little bit of things. It doesn't mean that you're committed, right? So I heard this from some disciple. They're like, I teach them a spell, and they're like, okay, oh, no problem. I'll practice some, and I'll do the recording this Saturday. Most of the time when I hear this, I'm like, what? Like, can't you just follow, copy what I said and just say it out again and let me know if you get the sound right or not, right? It's so simple. But these people cannot. I don't know why. They need like a whole week to generate something for me to listen. Well, no problem. If you're the God, you're above looking at this, you'll be like, oh, well, let's just give the same kind of treatment to her then. So when you want help, God is like, just put her there, it's fine, we can wait. Just like that. Right? So it's really like, it's really fair in a way. Like how much you output, how much effort you have spent is going to equal to what you get in return, right? Like how God is going to look at you. So basically, just because you believe in a God or you trust a God or whatever, okay? Or maybe even you ordain, okay? It doesn't mean that the God has to love you and give you all the help and such. Okay? It's like when you go into a school to study. Okay? A school. You get into school, you have to go to classes. Okay? Attendance, just because you attend, doesn't mean you're going to get A and B and like all the good marks. No. Just because you attend, like you show up, okay, it doesn't mean that you are like really there to learn, okay? Showing up is important, but it's not enough, like it's not everything, okay? So in school, it's like that. In life, it's like that. Now in this whole spiritual or religious talk, it's all like that too. Yeah, it's just like that. Exactly. So just worshiping and believing is not going to get you there. It's not going to get you that help that kind of level of help that you was thinking about. It's no way. Okay, you need a lot more effort, and you need a heart that is really there for the God. So if you ask me, disciples join the lineage, and what else? What can increase your impression in the God's vision? Like, God sees you more important and will give you the help you want. Well, beside believing and worshiping, there's always things to cultivate. Like every 1st and 15th lunar month, okay, we have to perform ceremonies. On the 1st is for bringing in the power to energize and purify ourselves. And on the 15th, we burn up that energy into power and output the power for exorcising the evil crap out of our house, building our, securing our house and such like that. So that is the minimum. And then every day, like morning and night, you will be going to the altar, do some altar work, burn incense, and like throughout the day, you'll be doing things like burn incense, or maybe you do other things like scriptures, things like that, right? So a lot of things that one can be doing after they ordain, or after they say, oh, I believe, okay? Just being believe, it doesn't mean that you are bringing down that power given to you. You need to practice, you need to cultivate for that power, for the help, for showing your God that you are a worthy disciple. When the God sees you are worthy, then of course you'll be more protected. Okay, that goes the same to any sect or religion too. If you stay as an outsider for too long, no one gives a shit about you. That's the truth. Okay, so I think you guys get the point. Okay, there's like a big difference between like someone who say, I believe in Taoism, I believe in Jesus, compared to someone who believes and they will start to cultivate anything, like to learn and cultivate things inside that path, right? It's all about like your commitment, your heart that you demonstrate. So now at the end, let's recap. If the God is on your back, the God is helping, okay, up to what extent, what can the God do to help you to get through, let's say, this virus kind of case? The God's power can help by leading you, guiding you, and giving you the light to let you see the right path, which translate to, like, if that place is going to have that virus anyway, you cannot really control. Like, if there's like, an explosion or whatever outside, you cannot control that. But because of the God's guidance, if the God cares about you, okay, you will have a lot of prep done without even knowing about this incident. Okay, so it's like somehow, somehow you just prepared a lot of food at home. Somehow you just prepare some batteries and flashlight. You don't know why. Suddenly you feel maybe that's yourself. Maybe it's a new hobby to collect these things, but it doesn't matter. It just somehow magically that happened. Well, yeah, God is guiding, and that's why you act that way, right? That's why you have prep. So basically, with the God's help, it's not like you can solve the problem when it happened, but it can avoid and also help you to get the best experience throughout these things. Like, people are all freaking out because they don't have food. You might be one of the most prepared person with a lot of food. And then by the time your food is like, oh, it's almost like time to buy food, but you cannot. Well, it won't affect you because you have plans. The God shows you all the way. Like you will have ways to work around things. You will have ways to bang into people who will give you help. You will have ways to like somehow this and that happen, and you just happen to encounter things that are beneficial to you. That's what the God power can do. If by chance you are unlucky enough to catch the virus, well, yeah, the God's help can help you like increase the chance of getting cured. But what's more important is if the God is really helping, you should not even have a chance banging into someone with that virus and get contaminated. So a lot of things for you guys to ponder here. Like, what is the God's powers capable of doing? Why does it work? What should you do to get the most out of the religious path that you have chosen? Right? It's not just about our path. It's also about any path out there. It functions all the same way. Okay? So I hope you guys learned something about this today and start to, like, if you're my disciple listening, you will start to pick up yourself and start to learn, not just to believe, not just to stay away and be the believer, right? That's not enough. It's not going to get you anywhere at the end, okay? So you need to believe, and then you need to, like, put your time, your energy, and your effort into it, okay? So that's what I want to say today, and hope you guys like the show. So we'll be talking to you next week, and if you have a suggestion for topics and such, feel free to email me, and we'll look at them and consider how to, do a show on that topic. Okay? So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Remember to subscribe, comment, like, and such. Okay? Bye-bye!